Hi everyone, it's Jaya again. Welcome back to my educational vlog. So for today's topic, we will be talking about justice. So without further ado, let's get started. To begin our topic, let's define justice. So justice derived from the Latin word justitia, which means joining or fitting or bound or tied. It is a concept of moral rightness based on ethics, rationality, law, religion, equity, and fairness. So justice is a concept on ethics and law that means that people behave in a way that is fair, equal, and balanced for everyone. And justice seeks to punish wrongdoers objectively and proportionately. So why justice is important? So justice is important because it refers to implementing legal decisions in accordance with fair and unbiased process. So let's move on to the characteristics of justice. So first characteristic is human welfare. So when we say human welfare, it is the state of good health, happiness, and comfort. So example of this is having food and lodging during a time of severe hardship. Let's move on to the second characteristic, which is ethical concept. So ethical concept includes honesty, integrity, justice, equality, and respect. So the third one is changeability. So changeability is the quality of being changeable. So justice basically can be changed from time to time and culture to culture. So it varies upon the situation. Next one is fulfillment of reasonable interest. So it means that justice can be fulfilled when the parties have an acceptable reason. The next is performance of duties. So the subject should perform or do accordance with law. Next is to provide everybody his reasonable share. So the subject are able to explain himself with acceptable reasons. And last characteristics is justice is related to values prevailing society. So it should have influenced the current society. Let's go to the basic postulates of justice. So first is truth. So when we say truth, it is the property of being in accord with fact or reality. So it is the opposite of falsehood. Next is uniform values and equality before law. So as a part of the right to a fair trial is enshrined in Article 7 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So equality before law, it means that among equal, the law should equally administered and that like should be treated alike. Next is liberty. So broadly speaking, liberty is the ability to do as one pleases or a right or immunity enjoyed by prescription of by grant. Next is impartiality. So when you say impartiality, it is equal treatment of all rivals or disputants. It also means fairness. So impartiality is important because it makes no discrimination as to nationality, role, religious beliefs, class, or political opinion. So let's move on to respect of individuals' ability and capacity. So we should treat everyone fairly without seeing their flaws and shortcomings. Next is protective discriminations is not injustice. So we should empower to no discrimination. So next, basic postulates is provision of rights. So provision refers to sharing and distribution. It includes the right to possess, receive, or have access to certain resources or services. So the last postulate is fulfillment of basic needs. So we should acquire our basic needs like foods, clothes, and shelter. So let's go to the kinds or dimensions of justice. So first is legal dimension of justice. This is the narrow concept of justice and is associated with the legal system and the legal procedure existing in the society. The court of law interpret and apply the law after hearing the parties in dispute. Here, justice is what is administered by the court of law, and the interpretation of the judge is considered as an embodiment of justice. So next is political dimension of justice. Nobody should be denied of political rights, and to provide equal political rights is political justice. Political justice stands for a free and fair participation of people in the political sphere. So, equality of opportunity in getting elected and in holding public offices, freedom of expression and association, and rights to seek redressal of public grievances are the important pillars of political justice. So the third kind is social dimension of justice. Social justice means to give proper opportunities to every citizen in every sphere of life, to develop his personality and to end all types of social inequalities. The concept of social justice is based on the belief that all human beings are equal and that no discrimination should be made on the ground of race, religion, caste, sex, or place of birth. And the last kind is the economic dimension of justice. Economic justice means to provide equal opportunities to everybody to earn his livelihood. It also means to help such people who are not able to work and earn their livelihood. The basic needs of everybody, such as food, cloth, and shelter, should be fulfilled, and the unequal distribution of wealth needed to be stopped. So, there are some conditions that are necessary to ensure economic justice. So first is the right to work for everybody. Next is fulfillment of basic needs, as what I've said earlier. And next is to reduce wide economic disparities. And also, end of economic exploitation. So that is the four kinds of dimensions of justice. We are done talking about justice. Let's move on to equality. What is equality? It is when each person is seen as equal in the eyes of the law. It aims to ensure that everyone gets the same things in order to enjoy full, healthy lives. So, there are four types of equality. So, first is freedom. So, when we say freedom, it is right to life or movement. It is also right to act, speak, think as one without hesitant or hindrance. So the second type is welfare. So protect interests of poor people or affirmative action. So welfare, it is the health, happiness, and the fortune of a person or group. The third one is resources or country's wealth. Resources is a source or supply from which benefit is produced and that has some unity. And the last type is political. It is freedom of speech, expression, or association. Political refers to an individual ability to participate in the civil and political life of the society and state without fear of discrimination or repression, and is filled closely to citizenship status. So that are the four types of equality. Next is aim of justice. So we all know that the aim of justice is equality. So all people should be treated equally unless there is some significant differences between their cases. So we all know that. And let's go to the justice as equality. So all people should be treated equally. Justice and equality requires rules setting out how categories or classes of people should be treated. So justice gives people confidence to prove themselves, because as what this presentation mean, that justice as equality. That would be all for my content for today, and I hope you learned something from me. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on my next vlog. Bye!